Hi, my name is Ashlyn, and today I'm going to be talking about the New Age worldview in the Avengers Infinity War movie. Um, so to start, I'll be talking about the director and a few things. So the directors are brothers, Joe and Anthony Russo. The screenwriter is Stephen McFeely and Christopher Marcus, and then the cinematographer is Trent Oplock. And for the cast, there's a very large cast actually, and so I decided to just pick a few of the main ones, and um, and then include this picture that has everybody on it. So some of the main cast members are Robert Downey Jr., who plays Tony Stark and is Iron Man, Chris Hemsworth, who is Thor, Mark Ruffalo, who plays Dr. Bruce Banner, who is Hulk, Chris Evans, who plays Steve Rogers and is Captain America, and Josh Brolin, who is Thanos. So, quickly, I'll run through the plot. So this is Thanos. He is the biggest, most powerful villain in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and his plan is to collect the six Infinity Stones that are going to go into that gauntlet that he's wearing. And the stones are the space, reality, power, soul, mind, and time stones. And they have been spread out all over the entire universe. Um, and so once Thanos has all of them, he will truly become the most powerful being in the entire universe. Um, and So he believes that the universe is suffering because there are a lack of resources, and there's too many people. So the solution is to wipe out half of the universe, and everything will be better. And he needs all six stones to be able to do that with a snap of his fingers. Um, and so that's what his plan is, and that's what he is working towards in this movie. Um, The Avengers become aware of this plan by the time he gets his second stone. Um, and then they they try to defeat Thanos and make sure that he doesn't get them all um, before he's able to destroy half of the universe. Um, and so that's just kind of what the movie goes through is how Thanos gets the rest of the stones and um, how he gets the rest of them, and then it leads to when he does get them, snaps his fingers, and um, half of all of the universe simply turns to dust. Um, so Thanos is the one who believes in the New Age worldview. Um, and so part of that, what that worldview looks like, is becoming one with the universe. And so Thanos unites with the cosmos by collecting all of the stones, and becoming, you know, in control of the entire universe. Um, and then with this increased power, Thanos is becoming like a version of a god. Um, he views himself as the savior of the universe. He is what the universe has been waiting for, has been needing, and he's finally putting this brilliant plan into place um, by becoming one of the universe and becoming um, in charge. He actually empathizes with people who suffer. Um, he actually calls them his children, and so he's trying to form a connection there. Say, "Hey, I know what you're going through," um, because he does. He understands because he had to watch his planet um, die. And so um he actually had this plan when Titan um was dying, but no one wanted to go through with it, and so now he's like, okay, I had this plan, it would have saved us from this destruction. Um, and so now I have to save the entire universe so that no one has to go through this again. And um, and so it's his individual responsibility to make sure that this um, takes place and that this happens. Um, so New Age spirituality is built on feelings and emotions, and based on um, Thanos' past and what he had to live through, we are shown that that's exactly what um, is driving Thanos towards this mass genocide is um, his emotions. And in our text, Sire says that New Agers are committed to realizing their own individual unity with the cosmos, creating and recreating it in their own image. Um, and that's exactly what Thanos is doing through the power of the stones. He's able to manipulate space, reality, time, all of it, um, to fit how he sees the universe should be. Um, and so these stones are the reason why Thanos wins in the end of this movie. Um, he's able to, um, like alter the reality that the Avengers are in or think that they're in. Um, he's able to manipulate um, where obstacles are in space, and she's able to turn back time. Um, and so he's able to do all of these things to make sure that he gets what he needs. Um, and none of the Avengers are able um, to be more powerful than three, four, five of these stones. Um, and so he ends up winning in the end. Um, so the Avengers reject this worldview and Thanos' plan. Um, they collectively have compassion for others and want to protect as many people as they can. Um, they overall know that that's the right thing to do, even if there is an overpopulation issue. Um, they know that suffering is not the result of um, a lack of resources. They know that suffering comes from other things as well, um, and so they reject what Thanos is standing for and what he is fighting for. And at one point in the movie, um, Captain America says, "We don't trade lives." He doesn't say this directly to Thanos, but it is a response to Thanos' ideas that killing half of the universe will save the other half. Um, for my critiques of how the filmmakers um, integrated the worldview in the movie, I found it really interesting that the filmmakers incorporated Thanos' backstory into the plot. Um, like, sure, we get some examples of Thanos fighting or killing people, but for the majority of the movie, with Thanos included, we see him talking and he's giving an explanation and some reasoning behind um, why he's doing these things, um, and so he's trying to be reasonable and explain. Um, and we obviously aren't supposed to like Thanos because he is the villain, but it makes it hard. It makes it hard for us to totally hate him because he is a really complex character. He thinks that he knows what the best solution is. He's really just trying to help people and save people. That's his intention. Um, and so it makes us hard to just, hate him all the time when he's trying to do what's best. And So I think with the filmmakers deciding to do this, it forces the audience to stop and ponder Thanos' worldview and um, what the Avengers are fighting for as well. And um, you know, it, even if the watchers don't get this far, we're uh, asked to consider how people with different worldviews than we have are able to, have some good reasoning behind why they believe the things that they do. Um, like Thanos, like he wants to um, abolish suffering by giving people abundancy of resources, and um, so that's a great thing as long as you don't kill everybody. And so then we can are able to consider those different worldviews and perspectives. And then for a different worldview that I found in this movie was naturalism. Specifically, I'm going to talk about with Vision, who is one of the Avengers. So Vision is a created synthezoid, and he has the Mind Stone, one of the Infinity Stones, in his forehead that we see here, and that's what gives him life. And so the Mind Stone is the last one that Thanos needs um, to complete his gauntlet and his plan. And so Vision is kind of targeted, and he's the reason why there's the last large battle scene at the end of the movie. Um, and so Vision is not human, but he is treated like he is. Tony Stark uh, mentions how he's evolving. He has fallen in love with Wanda Maximoff, who's another Avenger, and so he has these life and human traits, even though he isn't a human. Um, Ultimately, uh, at the end of the movie, when Thanos takes the Mind Stone, Vision does die, and so that's an interesting picture, I think, of showing how for Vision to die right now, he had to have been alive at one point, um, kind of highlighting the humanity that he may have, um, which I think connects with naturalism here. And so, yeah, that was my review on Avengers Infinity War, and I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you for watching.